My first question is discuss a misunderstanding you have had with a friend or work colleague and how you went about clearing up the misunderstanding. Did the channel of communication that you chose to convey the message contribute to the misunderstanding? Did you correct the misunderstanding using the same channel of communication you used, or switch to a different channel to address the misunderstanding? Explain your answer. For my response, I put, I had a misunderstanding with a work colleague over a text message. I asked this colleague if she could take my shift next Saturday, as there was a medical emergency going on in my family. She said yes, and she took over my shift. However, when the time came for my shift, she said she didn't know if she was going to be able to take my shift anymore because an emergency also happened in her family. The misunderstanding was here. When I texted her, reach out to our manager, Greg. He will be able to help you far better than I can at the moment. She thought I was being insensitive, but I wasn't trying to be. Greg is super caring and helpful. I knew that she would be fine with his help. I was in a rush and was trying to be helpful to her, whereas she thought I was being dismissive to her. The text message contributed to the misunderstanding because you lack facial expressions and tones that can be misinterpreted. I corrected the situation when she apologized to me in person, and then we cleared up the issue. My second question is, to what extent have technological advances, smartphones, laptops, tablet devices, made it easier to communicate effectively in organizations? To what extent have these advances made miscommunication more likely? Explain your answers. For my response, I put, technological advances have made it easier to communicate effectively in organizations because now everyone can communicate instantly at a moment's notice. We now don't have to depend on old messages and can instantly contact someone if needed. Technological advances have made miscommunication more likely also, because now we often lack more elements of communication. For example, a phone call lacks nonverbal communication, whereas a text message lacks nonverbal communication and lacks audio communication.